So in this video we're going to look at section 1.1.3 and the 6 components of skill related exercise. So in today's video we're going to focus on two main things: to identify the 6 components and to define and describe these components. And obviously identify is a bit of a lower level of thinking, and this will allow you to access grade C questions identifying the components. And then obviously we're moving to multi-structure, where we're finding those links and drawing things together, and that's where we're going to be describing each of these components. Now it's really important that you understand the difference between health related components and skill related components. If you get these terms mixed up in an exam, you're more than likely going to be losing a lot of vital marks. So skill related fitness. Now skill related fitness helps people become good at physical activity. Fitness skills can be developed and improved with practice and with training. And different sports need different skills, or in many cases a different combination of skills, to make them fluent in that sport. Being good at more technical activities and events requires more of these 6 skills. So the first component we're going to have a little focus of: agility. Now remember, you need to know the definitions of these, so you need to write these down somewhere in your books on a sheet of paper. So agility is the ability to change the position of the body quickly and to control the movement of the whole body. Now this basically means changing direction at speed, so going from one point and moving to another. Now in sport, running in a straight line at speed is not agility. So a 100-meter runner does not require agility, but a gymnast on the floor tumbling, twisting and turning will do. The next one is balance. Now balance is the ability to retain the centre of mass above the base of support. There are 2 main types of balance that you need to know for your exam. The first one is static balance, and that's keeping the body stable whilst remaining stationary. And in the picture to the right hand side is an example of a static balance, a yoga performer. You've got another example, it could be a handstand, or when you're performing archery, standing there, pulling back the bow just before release. Then the next one is dynamic. Now dynamic means maintaining a controlled, stable position whilst moving. So a good example of this is hammer throwing and basketball, where dynamic balance is essential for a good performance. In some sports, both types of balance are required. And what I'd like you to do is have a little think of some examples of that. The next component is coordination. Now coordination is the ability to use 2 or more body parts together. Now just as there are different types of balance, there are different types of coordination. Racket games require good hand-eye coordination in order to strike the ball or shuttle correctly. And then in football, for example, there are several types of coordination. You've got hand-eye coordination, so the goalkeeper can catch a football. You've got foot-eye coordination, when you pass the ball to a partner or a teammate. And then you've got head-eye coordination, when you go to head the football. Now what you'll find is most people tend to be better coordinated on one side of the body than the other. Now the next component is power. Now this is a good definition to get, and it's got a bit of a formula there which you can see on the screen. So power is the ability to undertake strength performances quickly. And the example there is a shot putter. So lots of strength is required, but so is a lot of power. So strength times speed equals the power generated to send that shot put a great distance. Now you can use it to propel themselves on an object, so you need power in the long jump, you need power when you're performing a jump shot in basketball. A wide variety of sports, you need to be able to use power. The next one is reaction time. So reaction time is the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the onset of movement. Now, the stimulus can be anything. In the example here on the screen, you can see it's a sprinter, so the stimulus would be the starting gun. And the reaction time is the difference between the start gun being fired and the movement out of the blocks. And on the screen now you can see just some of those main points there. Now you can improve reaction time with practice, and a lot of sprinters do spend a lot of time working on their reaction time and reacting to the gun, reacting to the smoke. The next component is speed, and speed is the rate at which an individual is able to perform a movement or cover a distance in a period of time. Now, there are three components to speed we can talk about. We've got leg speed. With the example there, we've got Usain Bolt, and he gets his legs moving very quickly to cover that distance in a short amount of time and at speed. You've got hand speed. So we can talk about the likes of boxers, Amir Khan, Floyd Mayweather. They've got very good hand speed. And then you've got speed of thought. So how quickly can you do things in your brain? Tennis players tend to have good speed of thought. They need to see things in front of them and move really quickly. Now really, I'd probably say if a sports person could choose just one natural skill related factor, they'd probably go for speed. In some sports, for instance, a lack of speed can be overcome, but I'd probably say it's an essential ingredient for most champions in most elite sports for them to be deemed the best. Having good speed can sometimes make up for a lack of other skills. Now, a really good example is Muhammad Ali. He was voted BBC Sports Personality of the Century a few years ago, and he boasted when he was in his heyday that he was so fast he could switch off the light and be in bed before it got dark. Now, speed can be definitely improved with practice. And that brings us to the end of this video.